I started off the evening about an hour ago talking about the significance of tonight. And of course, it is the solidarity dinner for Lebanon for a brighter future in light of what's been happening back home in our homeland country. But it also is the 10-year anniversary of life as an organization. So if you think back, this organization has existed for a full decade now. Thank you. This organization has existed for a full decade now. It was once just a dream. Today it is a reality because of the vision of a few people, a few like-minded people who got together in a room and made all of this happen and have changed numerous lives along the way. So without much further ado, I'd like to pass the mic to the founding chairman of LIFE, Mr. Paul Raphael, again, a man who doesn't need a lot of introduction, but he was indeed the founding chairman of LIFE, one of the key people who got this organization together with a group of like-minded individuals with the dream in mind, and the dream was to make a country that we can all be proud of. And today he's also the chairman of the Promote pillar part of LIFE as well, and which again is in line with the same vein, taking that dream and pushing it one step further with your help. Mr. Paul Raphael.
We either serve our nation or we remain on the sideline of history, on the fringe of our own narrative, in the shadows of our destiny. Most of you are here because you deeply share this sentiment, especially at this critical juncture, when it's more important than ever for us to mobilize ourselves, to stand shoulder to shoulder in solidarity, in action, and in the hope of a brighter future. So why is all this worth fighting for? I would argue that at the core of what we all feel, beyond patriotism and roots, is an attachment to our identity. Because identity is destiny. A uniting set of values and habits that set us on an unshakable path, overcoming all challenges along the way. This has never been as evident as it is today, where we see a converging cry for a singular identity on the ground, with everyone coalescing around the Lebanese flag, eroding sectarian affiliations more than ever before. In fact, our hopes are riding on the shoulders of giants, the people of Lebanon, who have come together from across the country, across religions, demanding a brighter future. And while life has come a long way and achieved much over the last 10 years, most of us are truly humbled by what we've seen on the ground and galvanized and convinced we can do so much more. Thank you. Thank you. While life is more committed than ever to remaining an apolitical, non-sectarian organization, this does not mean that we need to remain on the sidelines of the social, economic, and financial debate, or absent from the construction of a vision for the future of our country. As you heard from May, we intend to engage in a more meaningful way on the ground and globally, availing our resources, our expertise, and influencing the discourse towards a brighter future. We are particularly encouraged that the 5 core values of life, which you all saw in the video, namely solidarity, integrity, pluralism, transparency, and commitment, these values are coincidentally the very same ones being reflected in the actions and in the demands of the youth on the streets today. We need to give them the tools and the means to make the responsible and positive impact we all seek. While I chair the Promote Committee, indeed, where much of the recent policy and advocacy work is taking place, this evening I'd like to focus on our Nurture program, a scalable platform for future generations of Lebanese locally and around the world to sustain their confidence, their motivation through a grounding in identity and in education. We are inspired by several global companies that are leading by example. Represented here tonight, CMA-CGM, Murex, Colony Capital, to name just 3, all founded by fabled Lebanese entrepreneurs and focused on giving back by creating employment at home and globally for deserving young Lebanese professionals. It should come as no surprise that we have a very close collaboration with all 3 of them. A people with identity never dies, and a person with education never breaks. So to that effect, the proceeds of tonight's auction will go towards 3 aims. Firstly, our traditional scholarship program. We're getting close to 300 scholars by the end of 2020, almost half of whom are women, we're very proud to say. Secondly, technical skills training programs such as coding skills that will increase employment opportunities in line with our shared vision for a Lebanon that acts as a service hub, reversing the debilitating brain drain we have seen over the years. Thirdly, and for the first time, we will award scholarships in several fields beyond finance, in areas such as technology, engineering, law, and consulting. Tonight is ultimately about what we want to leave behind. It is beyond giving back. It really is about legacy. And if not us, who? And if not now, when? Life is a mere conduit to a brighter future, a conduit to our legacy, and through our Nurture program, a conduit to the greatest gift we can leave our own children and their children. The gift of a place they can call home, the gift of an identity projected onto a global nation. So tonight, it's not about education only. It's not just about jobs. It is simply about stepping up and doubling down on our commitment to invest in a brighter future. Thank you very much.